Hey there LEGO fans! It's Saturday, May 1st, release date for R2-D2 Hero of the Resistance, and as you can plainly see, I got one right here. This is kit number 7538, 2,314 pieces, and when done, this guy should stand at about 30 centimeters or roughly a foot tall, and also look fantastic next to my BB-8, which incidentally is the second kit I ever released for this channel. Now, of course, before we can get to any of that, let's get the unboxing, get this thing built, so then we can have a close look at R2-D2 Hero of the Resistance. R2-D2, not only a fan favorite from across the Star Wars franchise, but also easily one of the most, if not actually the most recognizable robot the world over. Being in 10 of the 11 Star Wars movies, throughout the entire Clone Wars series, and having many spots in the video games, comic books, and video games, and right through to the end of The Mandalorian Season 2, R2-D2 is the Star Wars character with the most canon appearances. With so much media covering the exploits of this brave little droid, you don't have to be a Star Wars fan to know exactly who R2-D2 is, what he sounds like, and what he looks like. And as such, LEGO knew exactly what they had to deliver with this kit, and I feel they got it pretty much on point. From the dome-shaped gray and blue head that's mounted with sensors in both the front and back, mostly white body that's supported by two large legs on either side, all of which having blue and gray highlights. In the center, two air vents, a power port, and all the way at the bottom, we have R2's two primary feet, each with a pair of golden tubes. Along the back side, and about mid-height, we've got two little buttons, which are used to access two of R2's control arms. Pressing the one on R2's left will give you access to the electroshock probe, the one on the right is data port, and then we have the two utility arms, which can be folded out just by grabbing them from the front. As one would expect, R2-D2's head rotates left or right, unrestricted in either direction, so it could do full 360-degree rotations. Along the back side of the head, by pulling up this little section, we can access R2-D2's periscope, which lifts up, rotates left, rotates right, can be left sitting extended, or by putting it in the right position, drops right back down into the head. Towards the front, we've got this little panel, which you can remove, exposing the secret compartment where R2-D2 hid Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. And for the final feature, to extend R2's center leg for when he wants to roll around with ease, all you have to do is tip the body forward and the leg just drops right down. And when you want to tuck it back up, you have to put the body back in that right position, lift it straight up, and it just clicks into place. Unfortunately, this R2 doesn't actually roll around, for on the bottom, instead of wheels, we have a bunch of 2x2 rounded plates, which definitely make it easy enough to slide R2 around, but it's not that smooth action and one would hope from a pair of wheels. Along with the large scale R2, we also get one standard R2-D2 minifigure, the body of which looks basically the same as all the other R2s that I have, but the head not being unique to the set, but is a nicer print than the older R2s that I have in my collection. And this little guy sits upon a Lucasfilm 50th anniversary pedestal, which is mounted right next to this little plaque, which is full of details about our favorite astromech droid. While being fairly well loaded, there are two of R2 features that I find are lacking. First is periscope. It's pretty short. It should definitely extend much higher up than this. And secondly, popping out of each side of his main legs, there should be some little booster rockets, as we saw in the prequel movies. I don't think it'd be too hard to add these in, so I might try and mod this at some future date. But despite these two things being lacking, this does not detract from R2's display value. Whether he's in his standing or rolling around position, periscope or utility arms extended or retracted, R2 displays really well as a standalone piece, or if you want to put him next to the BB-8 kit, I find they're pretty much perfectly proportioned. As to the playability of this kit, not so much. Without wheels, he doesn't roll around so great. The mechanical features are kind of fun to show off, but they're limited, so I really find that this kit is really intended for display. Now, as to the build, I think you should note that there's actually a fair bit of techniques in here. The framework for the body, the two shoulders, all three legs, and the three ankles are all Technics pieces. This allows for a pretty solid design, with the joints being fairly robust and maintaining a fair range of motion, which is exactly what you'd want in this kit. While there's nowhere near the level of complication that we'd see in a kit like, let's say, the Bugatti Chiron, there is still a fair bit of Technics precision required, so if you're not comfortable with that, it's something to keep in mind before purchasing this kit. But there's nothing really complicated in this build, so I feel if you take your time and follow the instructions closely, you'll have no problems getting through this. And when you're done, you'll have built one of the most iconic and recognizable elements from the Star Wars franchise, which will grace your shelf with a beautiful display piece, which is sure to catch the eye of anyone who recognizes this most iconic and awesome Star Wars droid.